My name is Susan Mottet. I'm representing Every Voice, a national organization dedicated to passing and helping implement small donor-funded election reform. Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. It's hard to deny that money in politics creates a problem at the federal level, and even federal elected officials are conceding that point, although nearly all of them say that they personally are not influenced by money in politics. However, I find that many state and local officials say that money in politics isn't a problem at their level of government, and I have yet to meet a state or local official who will admit that money in politics influences any of their decisions. Kirsten Eberhard just reviewed the data that shows that Portland's democracy is out of balance when it comes to key measures of money in politics, so I won't repeat her data. I have something different to share. Because Every Voice did polling in Oregon last November, I can share how Portlanders perceive money in politics in their own backyards. Portland respondents revealed the following. 81% of Portlanders believe that the middle class is struggling because politicians rigged the rules of the economy, including taxes. 81% believe that unless we change the way elections are funded, elected officials will work for large donors. 72% say they support new laws that control the way political campaigns can raise and spend money. And 70% believe that candidates receiving limited public matching funds after agreeing to take no large contributions is an effective way to clean up politics. 32 localities and states have small donor-funded elections programs. These programs increase and diversify participation in democracy so that participation by donors, voters, and elected officials reflects the diversity of the jurisdiction and brings residents back into the center of the democracy. New York City's program, which is a 6-to-1 match on small contributions, is very similar to the Open and Accountable Elections Act, and it gets results. It increased, well, as Kirsten said and also Christina said, it increased the number of neighborhoods that contribute to campaigns from 30% to 90%. It increased the diversity of the donor base. Donations from predominantly Latino neighborhoods went up 13 times, 24 times higher for African American neighborhoods and 23 times higher for Asian American neighborhoods. It enabled candidates without access to networks of wealth to win elected office. The first African American woman to ever win citywide office in New York, Tish James, credits the program with her ability to win for this very reason, her lack of access to wealth and the fact that she was able to win with the matching funds. It also increased racial and gender diversity in elected office in New York. New York elected its first African American mayor in the first cycle of its public financing program. And it elected its first African American woman to citywide office ever, both of whom used the program to win. For the first time, a majority of New York City Council members are from communities of color, just like the population of New York City. Data collected in other places reinforce that small donor-funded elections programs increase and diversify participation. In Arizona, donations from Latino neighborhoods and those in those neighborhoods with the highest poverty levels increased dramatically under their Clean Elections program in closer alignment with state demographics. I see that there is a question about which office should administer the program in Portland. I can tell you what other jurisdictions do. Many are administered by the person who administers elections, however, such as Seattle and New Mexico. Montgomery County, Maryland is using their Director of Finance to administer the program with a Citizens Commission to recommend how much money to appropriate annually. Many jurisdictions create new or utilize existing commissions to administer the program, including New York City, Arizona, Maine, and Connecticut. All are 5-member commissions appointed by elected officials. Regardless of who is responsible for administration, it is not unusual for cities to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with counties for implementation functions because counties already perform elections-related functions that overlap with the way you implement a public financing program. There is a wide range of administration options available to Portland, and Every Voice would be happy to consult with Portland officials on options, as well as connect whichever agency implements with technical assistance and implementers from other jurisdictions so that Portland has access to the best practices that have worked in other jurisdictions. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to testify today, and I'm available for any questions you may have.